Hi, welcome to Revive Ministries. There's a quote that reads, "If you can fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." Martin Luther King Jr. Since the pandemic, Revive Ministries had to make some adjustments. One of the adjustments was more personal to me, and that was that I got married in September 2020. But along with that, there's got to be some change. Revive Ministries has experienced change itself. It has grown to be more than just a story, but a culmination of stories coming together to share in a safe place. We talked about safe place a lot on this podcast, now on YouTube and other platforms. From my experience, the willingness to get help usually germinates with the ability to feel safe. Unfortunately, in this world, urgency has polarizing ideas has heightened the stress and pain felt around the world. Whether you are right or wrong, when it comes to stories, when it comes to the people, I feel that when you provide that safe place, through the podcast, through the people who have been on this podcast, sharing some of the most intimate details of their lives, I feel amazing things can happen. What I've learned personally, that it's more about my story and it's more about than yours. Revive, when it comes to recovery, listen to all these stories. Recovery looks different for everyone. But what Revive Ministry has really changed in me in the idea that it's an idea. It's an idea of hope through us sharing. There's a one thing saying that, life is best lived shared. And I really believe that. We are not islands. And I've said that many and many of times. I'm coming to you when this uploads. It'll be March, and I'll be talking a lot about the 100th episode. But by far, there's more plans than this 100 episodes for Revive Ministries. I plan to do this, and not only I, but those who are willing to journey with me on this mission to inspire hope through stories, through our communications, through our connections. With that being said, Revive Ministries has big plans for the future, with more intentional approaches to the topic, monthly themes, and more diverse guests and platforms. When I think about a neighborhood, who is my neighbor? It stretches around the world, because all of us understand loss. All of us understand pain. All of us, like John Lennon said, all of us wants to feel happy. And happiness looks different for everyone. Sometimes it's just feeling safe. And like I said, there's different seasons in life, and the one constant in life is change. And with that change, I wanted to give an opportunity to those who have been listening all along. We have opened up the listener supported option on the podcast. For me, it's not about me. I want to say this before I share more, is that I want to say thank you for those who are listening. Thank you for those who share this podcast. Thank you for all the guests. Thank you for before, when Revive Ministries did it in person. And thank you that we're still talking about these things. It's easy for us to, when we talk about my story or someone else's story, to forget that at the end of the day, a lot of us just want the conversation to be keep going. Stigma looks differently in every different parts of the world, but we're reminded that our stories promote a conversation, and with that, a safe place to hopefully inspire hope for those listening. Or for me, why am I doing this? Because it reminds me of where I was and where it makes me remember. Because one of the things I've learned, you know, being faith based, being human, is that we're so easily forgetful. And I just want to share this. It'll be in the notes, but if you want to support with a donation, let's just supported button. You could go to this link, and it'll be in the notes. And again, I just want to share. I appreciate any support, but most importantly, I appreciate you, the listeners, the guests, everyone who has helped, inspired me, and reassure you that um, this is not a message of desperation that I need this. No, it is a step forward, because for me, I have big plans, and I don't feel that just Florida, just United States is where Revive Ministries can reach. And for me, I plan to continue this, and those who are listening know, and especially those close to me, though, I'll do this till I'm 84. And it's an arbitrary number, but really, I'll do this as long as I can continue doing it. Just like Martin Luther King Jr. said in the very beginning, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. And that is what Revive Ministries is trying to do. We're just opening up the opportunity if you want to be a part of that. And I just want to say again, stay safe, and thanks for listening.